I'm Max Sterling. Welcome to LarpMix. Today I want to show you how to use ChatGPT for your Palladium Rifts games. Um, if you haven't used ChatGPT before, it's a very powerful tool, and I realize that a lot of folks feel sort of one way or the other about AI and ChatGPT, and I totally get and understand that as a writer myself and a creator myself, that a lot of people don't like this and that they don't believe there's any space in a creative atmosphere, and I get it. However, this makes your life so much easier, especially when it comes to a complicated game like Rifts, where you can utilize this tool to just create all kinds of stuff that would take you hours upon hours of time as a game runner to put together. So I'm hoping that you can watch this video with an open mind, see what I'm doing with it, and if you choose not to use it, that's entirely up to you. If it's something that you find would be useful, then maybe you can consider it. So what I want to start out here with is showing you probably the best feature of ChatGPT when it comes to Palladium system. So let's say I'm running a game and I've got to make a couple of NPCs. All right. Now I can sit down and I can, scratch together a couple of numbers, hit points, SDC, some stats, maybe some gear out of the books, or I can drop complete NPCs with all the skills, all the bonuses, and everything, or I could come here to ChatGPT. For me, running Rifts for decades now, this is something where I always sort of hated it. I streamlined down a process for myself where, I could just pick a few key things that I knew I would need when I'm running, just sort of cannon fodder NPCs. And, I had it down to a science. I also have a gigantic portfolio of pre-made characters I've made over, like I said, the last 25 years plus. I can always go in there and just pull, a character out of there if I needed to. However, let me show you this. So I'm running a game, and let's say I need 3 characters. Let's say I need a 4th level leyline walker. Let's say that I need a 5th level coalition dog boy, and let's say I need a 6th level cyber knight. Okay, so let's go ahead and type this stuff in here. So I'm running a game on Saturday, and let's say I really need a 4th level leyline walker. So all I'm going to do is type in, can you create a 4th level leyline walker character for Palladium Rifts, including stats, skills, and gear, and a short background story and name. And that's what I'm going to type in. And prepare to have your mind slightly blown if you haven't used ChatGPT before. So look at what this just created for us. It gives us the character's name, Eric Thorne. He grew up in old Chicago, and just a real brief backstory. Who he was apprenticed under. I mean, just crazy. All the attributes that you would need. Hit points, SDC, PPE. It gives you a breakdown of how it came to this. Chosen alignment for us. Now we could change that if we wanted to. gives all the skills, and that is the hard part right there, is figuring out all these numbers and percentages. Gives us all the skills with the percentages plus the per levels on there. The elective skills, the secondary skills broken down for us, all the magic spells, the gear. I mean, it's, starting gear, obviously, but, some other equipment and starting credits. Gives you an idea of appearance if you want to utilize that, and it gives you a couple role-playing notes on the character. To me, this is invaluable. I don't consider this to be crushing, creativity or anything like that, because all this is a task that would have taken me probably an hour to flip through the books, find numbers and stuff, and roll up stats. It would have taken me a ton of time to do that. So using this as a random character generator, I think, is fine. If you don't think so, that's also fine, but I think that this is pretty awesome. As far as whether or not you want to use the appearance, role-playing notes, background, name, any of that, that's entirely up to you. You can completely omit all of that, and you can just use the stats if you'd like to come up with all of this on your own. But if you just need NPCs fast, this is the way to do it. Now, you may want to double check all these numbers to make sure they're right. I have not done so myself. However, after years upon years of playing, to me this looks, if it's not right, it's pretty darn close. So you say that you don't play on Rift's Earth. Well, let's see what else it can do. Let's see if it can make us an APOC. Can you make me a 5th level APOC from Wormwood for Palladium with full stats, skills, gear, etc. So now we got a different name. We got a different little background. I didn't even ask for it. It gives us our attributes. Tells us that the physical strength is supernatural. Hit points SDC, alignment, all the skills, all the electives, the secondaries and the bonuses that they give, the special abilities, the magic spells, the gear, and you can see that it's appropriate for the setting. Some notes on appearance and some role-playing notes. And you can do this with basically everything from the system. It also recognizes, Palladium Fantasy and whatever other games are there as well. You can certainly come in here and you can play around with this all day. ChatGPT is free. At least this version I'm using is free. You just go to chatgpt.com. As I mentioned before, I know some people don't like to do this, and I get it from a creative angle, but from a time-saving angle for a game runner, I think that this is something that is just, phenomenal, especially, like I said, with a game like this, because these characters take so long to make, and I hope that you can see and appreciate the value in utilizing something like this. You can use this very quickly to put together characters. When it comes to non-player characters, you could probably do it for player characters as well. However, I would, advise against using it for player characters. I think a lot of the fun of Rifts is going through and actually making your character and deciding what you want, and all of that, actually rolling the dice and all of that. So I would actually encourage against having player characters use this. However, if you need something real fast, I mean, you can have this popped out, you saw in just maybe a minute or so. So, like I said, if it's something you find helpful, I hope you found this video to be helpful. If ChatGPT is something that you would consider using, then I think you should go check it out, and I think you should utilize it for your games. To me, this would have been immensely helpful in the past. in the moving forward in the future. It probably will be as well. And yeah, like I said, check it out. This is something either you like or you don't. Feel free to leave comments below if you care to. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Um, let me know your thoughts. Share this video with others you think may be interested. And of course, as always, adventure on.